Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to yet another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Posingala Poswa and you're very welcome. So on today's video we are going to be installing this beautiful hair from Luvme Hair, and also we are going to be creating this beautiful flawless look. And also we have a story time, so it's basically a chit chat, get ready with me. So as I said, today's video is sponsored by Luvme Hair. These people are my favorite people, guys. So every time I get a package from them, I get really excited. I have always wanted curly hair that was going to be clueless, and this was the best way to go. A 5x5 closure is like the best way to go because, as you can see, it looks like a frontal, especially if you install it like this. And if you get it from Luvme Hair, because they have the best lace. You guys, look at this. But anyways, let's get into it. I did do a bold cap method, as I said, and this is how I did it. I did go for a bold cap method because I wanted this install to be super flawless. I wanted it to be beautiful, and as you can see, it is. I mean, it is. So this is how the hair looks, and I'm going to link everything on the description box below. And I'm just going to put it on, but I was contemplating on whether to pluck it or not, and then I decided that I want to pluck it. So I'm just going to randomly pluck on the hairline just to give it that effect, because we always wanted to give a scalp. So this is how I did it, and this is the amount of hair that I actually plucked. This is going to be a glueless wig. I'm just going to cut the lace, and then I'm going to use a little bit of free spray, and I'm gonna be done. I just need to cut the excess lace, and I'm going to be done. And remember, I cut the lace in zigzag motion so it looks natural. I don't know why, but this just worked. Just using my fingers because it's easier that way. And I also used an elastic band to help secure it. So now I think we can move on to our story time and actually do our makeup. Okay, this is too tight and it's going to give me a headache, so yeah, it's whatever. Besides, it already looks nice. It already looks laid. Oh my god, it's laid. Okay, talk about premium lace. Wow. Anyways, let's move on to our makeup and our story. I'm really not sure what I'm doing with my face today, but I think I'm going to go for like a natural look because I have good hair and I do not want my makeup to overpower or take all the attention. So I'm just going to go for a natural look. So today's story time took place a week after my very traumatic experience when they tried to drag me for blazer rituals. I did talk about this on one of my previous story times. I'm going to link it down below. Okay, so as I said, it was a week after my very traumatic experience. So as a person, there comes a time where you have to sit down with yourself and tell yourself, Tintamazan, Tinte breaking, usuya papalaza, akusayona nje phela impilo lento siyiphila, akusahambi. So I had to have that talk with myself, and I had to tell myself that no, I really need to slow down. Because this can't be your life. This can't be your life. You are always escaping. You're always running for your life. You're always fighting for your life. So you really need to do better, and you really need to find, you know, something better to do or something better to enjoy. We are escape and challenge. It's always you running from some random guy you found at a club. You know, it's this be lonely. Akusayona ngisho impilo phela leyo, asisizuku describe nje njengempilo lento emphilayo. because really it's not. So I told myself that it's time for a change. It's time for me to change things around me. It's time for me to change my friends, because it's true. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And so I started believing, because with my experiences, you know, every time you go through something, a higher power will help you out and you're going to escape. So I had a very long, deep conversation with Maria, my friend. So I had a friend that we called Maria because she was a believer. She used to live for God, and she didn't even judge us when we were doing our own things. Instead, she would pray for us. So I was like, okay, let me just talk to her about this whole thing, because I was traumatized. What happened to me was really traumatic, and I just decided that I want to talk to her about this whole thing. And after talking to her and having this long conversation with her, she invited me to her church. So Friday comes and now we're going to church, and it was so beautiful. The service was so nice. It's like the pastor was talking to me, because everything that he said, he was talking about God's forgiveness, God's love, and how God will deliver you from every sin. You know, it's like he was talking to me. I felt like I was at home. Hi, Bo. I mean, I used to go to church. At home we go to church, and high school we went to church a lot. But you know, that night I felt loved by God. I felt his presence, and I felt like, yeah, I guess in this. So after church, my other friend calls me and she's like, hey guys, where are you? And I'm like, I am with Maria at church. And she's like, oh, I met this guy who wants to go buy us food and alcohol. He's loaded, so tell Maria that we're going there. I'm like, no, I can't tell Maria that, because Maria doesn't participate in this kind of things. And then she's like, oh, okay, but I'm like, I'm afraid to go with him alone, so please guys, just join me. We're just going to go there, buy food, and then we'll come back like instantly after buying food, because you know, he's an old man and he's not looking for anything serious. He just wants to buy us food and alcohol, and then we'll chill a bit, and then yeah, we'll go back to our place. And we're like, friend, no, we can't do that. We were just at church and we just need to go back to our place and yeah, you know, sleep. And she tells us that she's just going to wait outside the church for us, and we don't have to go anywhere. This guy is just going to take us back to our place, to our commune, and yeah, there's nothing much that's going to happen. It's just a lift, and because it's just a lift, we say yes. And church is quite far from our place, so yeah, it's a bit hard to say no to that. Hey. And she stands outside and she waits for us. So we go to her and she introduces us to her friend. Oh, old man has a ring on his finger, obviously married with kids because his car has a car seat. And so this guy gets a call from his friend. You know, so when his friend calls, we decide that we're going to wait inside the car because another friend is saying that he's also coming. So it's obviously easier for him to find the church rather than to find our commune where he is taking us. So he's like, now let's wait for my friend. He'll come along and we will live together. We'll buy food, and then yeah, we'll take you guys to your place. Maria is now unsettled because she doesn't understand what's going on. Why is this man insisting on buying us food? She really doesn't get what's happening, and yeah, it's a bit weird because what? And you know, come to think of it, it's quite weird because why would you want to spend your money on people that you really don't know? And then they offer us drinks, and obviously we're going to say no. How was Pumezwing? So this man is very persuasive, and he starts talking about how Jesus turned water into wine, and now Maria is now convinced that she needs to try this. And she obviously does. So now Maria is drinking and I am the only one left who's not drinking. And like, Maria, what's going on with you? Because so yeah, we're drinking and we are waiting for this man's friend. We will name this man John for story purposes. That's not his real name, obviously. As we're waiting for John's friend, yeah, we're sitting inside the car. Next thing, a car pulls up in front of us and yeah, it's John's friend. Hi, I'm gonna John. He comes to the car and he starts talking to John. John is in the driver's seat, obviously, and we are sitting at the back. Hey, John, I'm doing this because I really love you and I really want you to get your life together. John, is not only hurting your wife, but it's also hurting your kids. So yeah, I really need you to get your life together. A woman walks out of the car and it's John's wife. And Yamazo principal Matilda. Gosyam. Gathi sengiyeka komhlaba kona kwangilandela kwenzakalani. Ay, she's wearing a jean and a t-shirt. Uyabazi labo mama abafaka jean neyikipa. Thola ukuthi label igcwele isifuba ubona ukuthi yala alifakwa. Qamuka umama ngabona ukuthi no, it's over for us. I mean, uyakuyeka komhlaba kona kukulandela kanti ngempela kwenzakalani. She comes charging in. She is angry. And you can tell ukuthi no yala. Hi. She walks up to her man and she slaps him. I bolo mama so dot. And so she doesn't care. Shifter John. John hlehla ngifuna ungena emotweni yami ngiyidrayive. Hlehla John. Mina bakithi ngiziphumele endlini kaJehova. Angiyazi lesiyenzeka manje. She pushes her husband to the passenger seat and she's now on the driver's seat. And we try to open the doors but they are child locked. And she's like, where do you guys think you're going? Because this is now her husband. Le? But like, what did we do? What did I do? Like, what did Maria do? We don't even know this man. Please just let us go. But we're not gonna snitch on our friend. So we're just sitting there. Inkinga nje siyangithanda noma ngingazibalekela sizomfica. I mean, I was at church. Next thing we know, we are in her house. Hello mama, guys. She's like, yes, so who is the girlfriend? You guys better tell me who the girlfriend is, otherwise I'm not afraid to go to jail. In fact, I actually prefer jail than the life that I'm living right now. As you can see, my man is busy with other women, but my fridge is empty. So jail doesn't sound bad right now. And in fact, I'd really love to go there, you know, just to relax, knowing where my next meal is coming from. And you know, I'll be at home. So you better talk, otherwise I'm going in for a very long time. Lapho umuntu uyambheka lo mama principal kaMatilda akanqini yambona ukuthi akanqini angakwazi kwamanje. But because we are friends, we are not going to snitch. She then takes off her belt. She has nothing to lose. I keep it bandu mama. Shaya ke manje uyasishaya. Ushaya nje uyabuza ukuthi ubani oyintombi yakhe. Who is the girlfriend? I do not want to fight with all of you. I just want the girlfriend. And then she moves on to her man. You guys remember My Wife and Kids when Michael used to hit Junior at the back of his head? That is exactly what that woman was doing to her man. It was funny, but not at that time. And she's now dealing with her man. Like, she's fighting with her man and it's like, John, show me your girlfriend. Stand up. and point at your girlfriend. I was told you, John. My John. Keep up ngokwakho la ukuze thina abanye sizohamba. Seshawe nangebhande awugcina ngikushawa ngebhande. Yathi ingane encane egangile. Hayi John awukhipha isinqumo sakho kuthina bandla. Ukuze thina abanye sizohamba. Ngeke phela. Azithulele nje uJohn. My awunyakaze wendoda. So after beating us with the belt so many times, she walks out and goes to her room. And now we are left with her husband and we're telling him, dude, please let us go. Please just open the door for us so we can go. And he's like, oh, yes, sir. So now we're obviously stuck. But a few minutes later, the guy that dropped off John's wife walks in. He doesn't talk to John or any of us. He just goes straight to the wife's room. So obviously she called him, yeah, and then they woke up together. And then John's wife tells John's friend to please take us to our place because she doesn't want our blood in her hands, because if we stay here any longer, she's definitely going to kill somebody. She's been longing for jail, so yeah, she's going to do it. What a relief. And as we're leaving, John follows. Hey, uyaphi wena manje? Uyaphi? Ngoba phela wena sala la kwakho udile nenkinga zakwakho. Why are you following us? She cried. She beat us up. She did everything. But still, John doesn't care. John was caught red-handed, guys. Red-handed. But he still doesn't care. He doesn't even want to say sorry. So, John doesn't work. He is a stay-at-home dad. He drives his wife's car. He takes the kids to school. He fetches them. He takes the wife to work. He fetches her. And you know, that's his life. So now we're asking John, why don't you go back to your wife and apologize, because you really hurt her. You could see that she's hurt. I mean, she even prefers going to jail than being with you. Like, why don't you go to her and comfort her and say sorry at least? And he's like, oh no, I'm not going to do that because she is going to forgive me at the end. You clothe him, you feed him, you do everything. He takes your car and he goes out to cheat with it. I mean, why are you letting him do this to you? But okay, let's look at this. Don't mind my lipstick, I'm still going to blend it. But let's look at this. There's a certain level of respect that we reserve for everyone. She has forgiven him so many times. He doesn't even see her as human anymore. I mean, what is that? Kukhona ukuthanda indoda bese kuba khona ukuzinikela. Nina yazinikela. Hey, nyazinikele bafanini. Ngeke noke ngizame ngenye indlela. So anyways, they took us back home and Maria decided that she no longer wants to be friends with us. And yeah, I literally had to respect that because we put her through a lot. This was really traumatic to her because she has never even experienced something like this. So she was traumatized and I had to respect the fact that she no longer wanted to be friends. So yeah. So that is it for today's story time, and this is our final look. I'm obsessed with this hair. And again, please do not leave without subscribing and joining our beautiful family. Bye for now.